Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be memory planning with this kit from the Sticky Station called Gem. It's kind of a unique concept and I think it still feels very fall with the reds and the deep purples. So yeah, I will be putting down the headers in full boxes and I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll just, talk about what's been going on with me this week. So it's been a pretty busy week at work, and I am filming this memory plan as a way to try to catch up on my memory planning, but also, sometimes I find it's really relaxing to just sort of like put down some stickers, reflect, have a creative pursuit. I was reading this New York Times article the other day about this guy who works in healthcare. I think he works in an emergency room, and as part of his sort of coping with all of the COVID patients that he was seeing and trying to like have some stress relief, he started taking these like medical stickers and making artwork out of them, and they showed all the butterflies and such that he made, and I was kind of like, hey, I am doing somewhat of the same thing here with picking up planning as my quarantine hobby. I mean, I think it was there before, but it definitely got way more intense as a hobby as COVID and working from home and sheltering in place really ramped up. So I was like, hey, I think this is I can relate to this guy. I don't know if any of you watching have ever felt this, but I do sometimes have these little pangs of like, I am a, grown 31-year-old woman and I like playing with stickers. Like, does that make me childish? Does that make me, etc.? I've sometimes been nervous about, friends or family members who I haven't told that I do this, finding out about this and making fun of me. But, at the same time, I think it's fun. It's creative outlet. It is not hurting anyone. It helps me. And so, yeah, so I know I shouldn't care what people think, but occasionally I do have these pangs of like, oh boy, what is going to happen? If someone sees this, someone I work with or someone, I have that kind of feeling in the back of my head. Anyway, to go over what happened this week, I had some goals of exercise, coaching calls, and making all my therapy sessions. We've been doing grocery orders from Good Eggs, and, apologies because I'm about to go on a Good Eggs rant. So, Good Eggs seemed like a great option for us for grocery delivery for a long time because it offers meal kits, which is like you get, a certain amount of ingredients that you need for something rather than having to like buy groceries and then figure out how to put them together. You also get really fresh stuff from Good Eggs. Like I have gotten vegetables that literally look like someone just plucked them out of their garden like a few minutes before they put them in the box. And so, we have really had some good experiences with them, but lately their quality has been so bad that it's been like, I'm just not going to order from them anymore. There have been more than one incident, a few incidents actually, where I've ordered groceries and they just like straight up haven't come. And I'll set the delivery window for 1 to 5 p.m. and it'll be 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. And I haven't even heard, from the driver or from Good Eggs that they're running late. So I'll call and they'll say, oh, your groceries got delivered at 4:30. And I'm like, I've literally been home all day long, and seen no groceries and no one has texted me or anything. Now, I'm not trying to be, a jerk, because I know we're in a pandemic. I know that a lot of companies are struggling. I honestly would not mind if they were late and just told me that they were going to be late. Give me like an hour's notice or something so we can make alternative plans for dinner. But if I'm sitting at home, I'm working, carrying on with my day, like how it always is, and expecting that there will be groceries by 5 o'clock out of a 4-hour delivery window, yeah, I'm going to be pretty annoyed if it's 5 o'clock and there have been no groceries there. No offense to them, so they will say, okay, your groceries have been delivered at 4:30. And I'm like, hey, I didn't get any groceries. And they're like, oh, really? We'll check with our service representative. I'm like, yes, please do that. And I will hear nothing for like 2 or 3 hours. And then I'll finally call back and say, hey, so remember me? I just paid, $100 for groceries and I don't have them and y'all haven't given me an update on where they, are. And they'll say, oh, we'll issue you a credit. And we'll try to have your groceries there the next day. And again, all of this would be fine if they plan to get back to me. I am not an unreasonable person. I'm totally okay with, hey, we couldn't make it. Hey, something happened, whatever. Just let me know. I cannot just be sitting there in the dark, not knowing when my groceries are going to come or if they're even going to come. The second thing that has happened with Good Eggs, and this is the last thing I'll talk about before I, stop going on my rant, is that I will say, hey, I didn't get my groceries, and they will show up 15, 20 minutes later. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but, my groceries won't get delivered. I'll call them. They'll say they have been delivered. We'll get in touch with the driver. They get in touch with the driver and suddenly my groceries show up. It's a little bit suspect, It's suspect for me, and I imagine they lose a lot of money if the groceries don't show up and they have to both issue me a credit or resend them the next day, which they usually do both. It's how are you not, concerned about that and losing money, Not saying that it should be docked from the, person's, whoever's delivering their whatever, but it's, it doesn't seem like a great, business model to me. I mean, I'm glad that they're helping me out and giving me groceries, but it's just, I just don't get it. Where do the groceries go? So anyway, getting back to the stickers. So this kit is, as I said, from Sticky Station. Most of the stickers here are from the kit. Those gem accents are from HoneyInked. The floral deco that I'm using is from Vintage Sticker Dream, and the work stickers are from RoseColored Daze. Other than that, I think that is all of what's there. Oh, that Happy Mail icon, by the way, is from Crafts by Towie. And yeah, so just filling in these headers from RoseColored Daze, and again, some of these headers are from the kit. The foil headers are from RoseColored Daze, that is. This week, back in September, we were sort of beginning to get ready for the end of the quarter, because the last quarter of the year is coming up, Q4, and things were feeling pretty stressful at work. I mean, I don't know about you all, but I feel like work has accelerated actually during the pandemic, which is really strange because I kind of expected things to slow down. A lot more people are being are being put in a position to have to do childcare, to have to care for relatives or for people who they know that are sick with COVID. And so I kind of expected everyone to be working at reduced capacity, but I think that Instead, people are sort of working overtime to compensate for when they can't always be available. And at least in my workplace, people are working a lot more. I mean, I'd say, it's like at 150 or 200%. Me personally, I am working probably 1.5 to 2x myself, the amount of work that I would have been doing last year. I think for the simple fact of a couple of reasons. One, people aren't taking as many vacations because they're really reluctant to or just can't travel because of travel restrictions in the way that they normally would have if they'd taken a family vacation or something. Also, I think, a lot of people, like I said, are overcompensating for having to take on childcare duties and such by working a lot of like odd hours, where we would normally sort of just take off for that parent-teacher conference. People are trying to make up the time that they're away. At least this is what I've observed. So yeah, anyone out there who is burnt out because of COVID or feeling like they, are working a lot more, like I totally feel you. I'm taking the entire week of Thanksgiving off. I'm very fortunate to have a job that lets me do that, and I cannot wait. So sticker wise, as I said, those work stickers are from RoseColored Daze. The divider is from Letters from Lay. I think, I'm pretty sure. No, actually that's a Jax and Pepper divider, sorry. And the gem is from HoneyInked, the big gem. The overlay that I just put down is from the Prairie Planner, and that header is from RoseColored Daze. It's one of the overlay tapes. The deco on the bottom with the cuddles and movie night is from Vintage Sticker Dream. Actually, no, this is from the kit. Guys, I am so sorry. I'm getting all my stickers wrong today. That is from the deco from the kit, actually. So yeah, there was an extra deco sheet, and the little sticker on the deco sheet says, "You're a gem," I believe, something to that effect. So yeah, I love this kit. I am all for gold accents, and I specifically bought these HoneyInked crystals. I know they're crystals. I'm gonna call them gems, but I bought both the HoneyInked like crystals, the big crystal, and also these little gems that are going at the top of the weekend. And I thought they would be perfect for this kit. In fact, when I saw this kit and bought this kit, and I saw the HoneyInked things, I specifically bought them to use them here. So yeah. Actually, these little gems at the top was kind of interesting because I started putting a ton down. I was thinking of making it kind of like, I don't know, I had a beaded curtain image in my head. I don't know if anyone still even has these, but when I was growing up, a lot of my relatives had them, and it was like a curtain that would separate usually the kitchen and the rest of the apartment or something like that was just made entirely of beads. And that was sort of the image that was in my head when I started putting these stickers down. But after I looked at it, I was like, I think maybe there's a little bit too many. So I decided to kind of space them out a little bit better and take some out, just because it felt like it was really, really crowded. And, maybe the beaded curtain look wasn't exactly what I was going for. I wonder if that was a 90s thing. Probably. I remember definitely seeing it in a few movies like The Matrix. When he goes to visit the Oracle, she has a beaded curtain, and a couple of other places. So speaking of the 90s, I've been having some serious telephone nostalgia, like for an actual corded telephone. I remember being a kid and calling my friend on the phone, and her then calling, a guy I wanted to talk to and like three-waying him in and staying on the line. So if my parents picked up the phone, that they heard my friend and not the guy I wanted to talk to. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching this. But, it was just like, this is such an old-fashioned thing now. Like the kids that are growing up now, have no idea, what it was like to like have to worry about calling long distance on the phone, or like have to have that as part of your phone package. So yeah, there have been some moments where I'm like, should I get a landline? I don't know why. Again, I'm having COVID nostalgia, but yeah, I don't think I will. It is actually a lot more expensive than I remember. I mean, when I was a kid, obviously I didn't pay for the phone bill, but I looked into it and it's $68 a month. with AT&T for a phone service that includes long distance. And I'm definitely going to need the long distance because most of my family's in New York and in other places. So yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I already have a cell phone bill, so I'm probably not going to invest in that. Anyway, I'm coming to the end of this spread. That teacup is from Pandabird Designs. And as I said, these crystals, I call them gems, but they're definitely just crystals, are from HoneyInked. That planner icon is from PlanningWorld. And yeah, that's the end of this spread. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.